My lighting is kind of messed up today, so just bear with me, people.
Some of y'all
Whew,
might be too young for this.
we getting ready to
It's okay.
come into the
I get it.
month of
I get
August.
it. And some of y'all might just be a little
Mm,
bit too sweet.
yes, yes, yes. The season's getting ready to change. My type of weather. A lot of will argue with me
Y'all might be
because
a
they
little too
love
sweet for this
the
next verse right
sun
here.
and this hotness,
I like it
but I can't
fast
stand
and
sweat.
so and daddy.
I can't stand it. But anyways, I did a brief commentary this morning about the spirituality and as I call them holy rollers and the hollering pulpit pastors and false prophets and prophets, so they say. Now I don't know, I haven't seen any real prophets thus far, not in this, dimension, not in this,
Like it
you
sweet.
know, year or years since I've
Said
been
I
on this
like it
earth.
real
Um,
fast.
I gotta pause
Somebody.
this. I'm watching Aphrodite Stone, the Starseed Healer. I've been following her for about four or 5 months now, and this sister is so phenomenal. And I love her teachings and what she has to give, to the universe. Big ups to my sister Aphrodite Stone, the Starseed Healer. Me myself, I try not to put titles on myself or whatever. I just always been searching for the truth and whatever truth, you know what I'm saying, that you have and your path, that's just it. It's yours. This is mine. And so I mentioned earlier that I've always, been in a biblical worship, church setting type thing. Grew up Baptist, um, studied with the Jehovah Witnesses, um, went to a Catholic church just to see what it was all about. Um, Went to the Masonic Temple. What else? The Presbyterian Church. Um, and I'm sure some other ones that I attended. Oh, and non-denominational. So that was my last um, title that I was giving myself, that I was a non-denominational person. Excuse me. Ooh, my hair itching. I just took out my braids, and ooh, they itchy. I gotta redo them over again. But anyways, not what I want to talk about. You know, so this is just a piggyback off of what I was talking about earlier today about, and I don't want to keep on, bringing up um, this woman's name and so on and so forth, or it's not for me to, piggyback off of what social media has been talking about the Juanita Bynum situation. Because one thing about the internet, child, listen, when they get a piece of information, they gonna run with it. They gonna run it down to the ground. Do you hear me? It's gonna be the topic of discussion. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like gossiping. And it's one thing to gossip out there in public because people want you to hear them. You know what I'm saying? Something else that I had, came up to mind this morning when I was doing my studies, and that's what I do every morning. I give a majority of my life to teachings and finding out the truth, and meditation and get my spirit right. I say probably 80% of my day is done like that. If I'm not, out here working for the universe, But anyways, this guy, it's a lot, but it's not, I'm looking at my notes because I wrote down some stuff. But I got here that, what I can't understand about, these preachers and prophetess and spiritualists and psychics and, how come they can't foresee their own demise? How come they can't foresee, when low vibrations and trouble and hardship and, deaths or, what I'm saying, certain things and sickness? How come they can't foresee that? Because they'll go run to the doctor, we'll go run to the doctor. I did another one. I don't do the doctor things no more. And it comes with a little bit of trust, because let me tell you about people that know a little bit about more information than you do. And that's why it's very important for us to gain our own understanding and knowledge. And, like, I figure things to be like, if it comes to me in threes, I already think it is a thought. But if it's brought to me again by someone else or whatever, and then a third time it's brought to me, oh yeah, that's confirmation. So I better, take heed to what it is that's being presented to me. So it's like, all of this spirituality, all of this, things, and they rising up in, and I'm telling you right now, our Creator, He is allowing some exposure, baby. Do you hear me? It's some exposure to, come out in the open, and people need to be, exposed and take accountability for the things that they do, because it's not right. Why are you, falsifying different things, and why are you trying to do things to hurt people and not thinking you're going to get some type of, retribution behind it? Like, you, as my grandmother used to say, we reap what we sow out here. You know what I mean? It may not happen right then and there, but trust and believe me, what you do onto people, places, and things, it's going to come right back to you with that. So, but it's just like, yeah, how come they can't foresee certain things? I don't feel like there's no prophets out here. At least, I just don't believe all that. And also, with the church things, and like I said, I haven't attended the church in probably 2 years now. And it's like, they doing all of this prayer, come up to the altar and, let me pray them demons off of you. Let me, I got a word and, all this, that, and the other, and you pushing my head back or whatever. And of course, I'm going to lose balance and I'm going to fall down with all that falling down, hooping and hollering and, speaking in this, that, and the other. Now, trust and believe that there are certain languages that come up, when we are in that spiritual realm or whatever, but everybody ain't got it. I don't speak in tongues. I see things with my eyes. I see transformations in people and so on and so forth, and different disguises in someone. If I look and see into you and see into your spirit, and that used to be my calling, to look at somebody really, really hard, and I see into their soul, and their whole facial expression changes. And what it was doing to me is that it was scaring the hell out of me. Okay, when I seen different things come out of people's facial expressions, and it was just like, oh my God. Oh, and then I used to have people tell me, what did you see? And I'd be like, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. No, tell me. And when I would tell them what it was, when some of them, they be like, I know. And it was always mostly demonic things that was coming out, I can see when somebody does have that glow around them or whatever, and it's that omnipresence and so on and so forth. I can understand. It came out of me before too. And child, that's another subject because it's a whole lot of things that came up out of this vessel. Um, I even had something come up out of me. My uncle told me somebody had put a root on me, you know. And I think about that thing or whatever, and it's just like I'm grateful that it came up out of me, whoever, you know, planted something, or if it was, you know, embedded in me and so on and so forth, or if it just attached themselves to my, you know, soul because of my, you know, own doing. So, but, you know, I just had a question about that, you know, and I ain't knocking nobody's, you know, religion, what they believe in and so on and so forth, because we all got to get it for ourselves, you know, and that's just it. Now, to all the ones that take quotes, you know, out of the Bible and, you know, so on and so forth, we've all done it, you know, and whatever, you know, journey that you're on now. And I spoke about this earlier in my first segment. It had to have started from somewhere. And that's what I say, you know, even about that Bible. And I say, you know, I used to say it was basic instructions before leaving earth. And yes, there is some teachings in there and so on and so forth, you know, that you follow, but that was written by man. Somebody that came before us, that came before us, that came before us, written about it. And so, you know, it's just like a book. You ever had one of those page turning books where you're like, oh, I can't get enough of this, or you know, you'll stop when you get enough information or whatever, put it back, put it down, and then go pick it back up or whatever, because you want to find out what else happened. Okay, so to me, it's just like that. And my thing of it is that nobody on this universe could tell me. I've always questioned everybody about the beginning of the Bible or whatever, where it says that God created, you know, the heavens and the earth, and you know, man from dust, and you know, he breathed in his nostrils and formed, you know, female. So what happened before that? What was going on before that? Nobody can even think. Nobody can even tell me what happened before that. Does anybody know? Please give me some answers if y'all do. Um, Social media, YouTube channel, anybody could tell me what happened or what they thought happened. You know, there is no more information. You know, and then you'll ask somebody, a scholar or somebody like that, and they'll just be like, well, it ain't for us to know. You know, don't worry about that. Well, I want to know. I'm one of them people that I want to know what happens behind. And I even try to put my mind to get my own, you know, understanding on what happened before the Garden of Eden and everything was created. And it took me somewhere far out. Now, you have to be real careful with that, because sometimes we can go so far out of our minds or whatever. And then if you don't know how to come back, you'll just be stuck in that place. And that's why sometimes people go crazy on certain things, you know, that some certain realms that it ain't your time to cross. And another thing, you know, a lot of things is not for social media. That's why, you know, sometimes I be not wanting to do videos and I just like to do my own study, and I like to write. I like to write things down, and I like to, you know, sit in solitude and, you know, think on what I write. You know what I'm saying? And everything is not for the universe. Everything is not for social media or whatever. Every time you gain some information, you know, you got to give it out right away. I'm not saying not give it out, but you got to keep some for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Until you have an understanding, because trust and believe that same thing that you thought on, it's going to come a time where it's going to change up, and it's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to mean the same, but it's going to be a little bit different because of the times that we're living in. Okay. um I can't stand an audience or whatever, you know. And as far as a lot of people, you know, too, that I be hearing, they be talking about some, oh, they don't care about the views and they don't care about, you know, people watching and this and the other. Well, I have to beg to differ, because yes, we do. We care about the views. You know what I mean? I used to be that same person. I'm not doing it for views or whatever, even though I'm not doing it for